Where do you stand on city income tax?
Well, probably about a year and a half ago when I was commission president, I think we really tried to brainstorm and bring everybody together as much as possible and just threw out ideas. And I remember up in City Hall, we had city staff there, and we had some residents, and it was a brainstorming session to say, okay, let's throw this on the list, let's take a look at it, let's see if there's even a possibility if this would work or if this would help us. And believe it or not, there was actually a millage, possible millage increase. There was a public safety millage. There was a city income tax. There was really a long list of things. And as we went through the list of items, we met with the city's unions to see if we could get any reductions from those folks, and had some talks with them. And we worked our way through the list. And one of the things on the list was just to do a study on the city income tax, and it was not going to be funded with any city funds. Mr. Baumann put together a list of possible candidates or people that he would recommend to be on that committee, both for and against. And it was a study that I voted for, and it was just to look into it. It did fail 7-2, and since that time, I certainly have had no conversations or no inkling or it certainly hasn't been discussed by the City Commission as even a possibility. And at this point, certainly I would oppose a city income tax, and I guess I should say at this point I do oppose a city income tax. There's no question about it. There are so many questions, and the key thing is ultimately it would take 5 votes of the City Commission, a majority, to put it on the ballot. And I think folks need to understand that this is, I think it's created some fear, as if the mayor has some powers and could come in and impose a city income tax. It takes a majority vote of the commission, which I would veto, and it also takes, once that majority vote is done by the commission, that is only for a referendum. I believe state law says that it then has to go on the ballot, and ultimately it would be a vote of the people that would decide whether they want a city income tax or not. I'm against the city income tax.
Okay. Follow up, and this is kind of part of the question.
If I may,
yes.
I believe we do have been allotted some time for rebuttal of answers, have we not?
Okay, we just made that policy.
Right. Well, actually, it was discussed before we sat down, so perhaps we're just remembering that policy.
All right.
Not with me.
But, as far as the city income tax is concerned, what has to be remembered is you have several seats that are up on the commission. And so what the people have to be careful of is that this thing does not fall off the radar screen, and then as soon as the new commission is constituted, well, all of a sudden it's back up and it's, the talk of the town. And for example, I'm very happy to hear my good friend say that he'll veto the city income tax. That's the first time, and I'm delighted to hear that, because it definitely needs to be done. And if my good friend prevails, then the 9th ward seat is up for grabs. That seat will be appointed by the commission, not elected. I don't know where that person will stand on the city income tax. Commissioner Davidson loses his seat, his opponent's running on it. Commissioner Flannery, if he loses his seat, his opponent has said, well, she's not personally in favor of it, it's really an issue for the people. Well, that means you're going to have to put it to a vote of the people, and we have to be careful that someone doesn't say, I'm opposed to it, but really, well, this is such a big issue, let's just punt it off to the people.
I think we can put that one to bed. You both said you oppose it, and we'll move to the next question because we are kind of limited for time.